televiewers. Here is Brian Ford, the promoter of the Third World Leadership Show. Today we'll be having an interesting guest in our midst, Luke Star, the president and CEO of the Misuka Empire. And today we'll be talking about influence, how to influence the members of your organization, how to influence the people with whom you work. And just a reminder, third world people come from every country, from every continent, and from every part of the world. So we help third world people go to another level. We bring them sound teachings from people that do things, from people that make things happen. So without wasting too much of your time, we will go right into the topic, and I'll allow my guest to talk more about himself. So hello, Mr. Lukista. I can call you just Lukista. I hope there's no problem with it.
Yes, you can call me Luke Star. Yes.
I hope you're good.
Yeah, I'm doing great. Thanks. Yeah.
I'll first of all like to use this opportunity to thank you for your time. The time you gave us your time by coming to the studio. It was a long journey. I hope everything is okay with you.
Yeah, everything's okay. Even me, I really appreciate the invitation. Yeah.
So without wasting more of your time, without going into the topic itself, can you tell us a little bit about what you do? Talk to us a little bit about the Misuka Empire, so that our viewers will know exactly who you are and what we're talking about.
Yes, exactly. Misuga Empire is mostly what we call is a group that keep or maintain companies. Most of companies in organizations from outside the world, such as in Africa or outside Africa. So mostly what we do is we have many companies, we manage companies, and we manage companies, and we see how can we develop it, and as well get profit from it. Yes.
Yeah. So with this time of global economic crisis, how do you manage? Is there any breakdown, or how do you manage you as the CEO of the company? How do you get it, or how do you navigate the crisis?
So normally, how I navigate the crisis right now is a little bit complicated because of what we are facing now with the coronavirus. So now is I'm trying to I have to be more visionary, and I have to keep my eyes on every single corner that is going on right now. So it's not easy, but we are we have a great teams of great people that they know, and they have a high level of capability, and we are making things happen, and that's how we are managing now. Yeah, we are trying to find a way that we may not get bankrupt, so we may not be slowly, we may not get slowly, but by what's happening right now.
So, viewers, you must see him as young as he is. So he is from Angola, and his company, the Misuka Security, is based in 4 countries: Brazil, the United States, Angola, and Ireland, if I'm correct.
Exactly, yes.
So how did you get there? How a young man like you managing a company in 3 different continents?
So mostly, first of all, is because of networking. Networking is very important when you know people. When you get to know people, and you know how you can sometimes most of the things actually I manage things because of trust. Most of the people, they trust on me, and they invested on me, on my talents, and by networking I get to know these people, and as well they see my potential, and when we both come together, then they know I'm the right person on the certain position.
Exactly. So we will be going right into the topic. The topic is, how do you manage your team? How do you manage your organization? And I believe he is the right person with whom to speak about this topic, because he lives in Germany, and he succeeds in managing a company in 4 different countries. So I believe. So Lucas, how do you do it? How do you manage your people? How do you manage it from here? And with this restriction of traveling for like 7 months now, you cannot travel. How do you manage, especially the part of the company in your home country in Africa?
Yes. Most of the case is because mostly even before of what we are facing now, before the coronavirus, I was actually managing everything also from the internet, remotely, from the internet. And I have we have some culture and some ethics that we apply, and mostly the case I have to be the model character,
So the model character.
the model character, so that so my team they are very they know they are very free of their duty, they are very free of the of what they have to do, what they have not to do, so for me, yeah, so we in Misuka, for example, we set up managers, not just me as the CEO, but we have other managers. So these managers, they are actually the ones that are more involved,
You just talk about culture, that you set a culture for your company, that everybody has a way of thinking, the culture. How did you set it? What type of culture? Is it honesty? What do you culture? I ask this because there are many of our televiewers that are third world people, and they have small companies. They find it difficult to manage their personnel.
Yes.
They find it difficult to establish a corporate culture, and also find it difficult to managing people is one of the difficult things there is. So I invited you to teach them. That's a little bit ahead of them, to show them
Yes.
how you manage your team. Maybe I can learn how I manage my team, and they also can learn how they will take their teams and their companies to the next level.
Yes.
So how do you set a culture? What were you thinking about? How did it happen? And how do you to incarnate this culture?
So for me, the most important is to have one single mission in common. That you're not the only one who can visualize your goals. You're not the only one who can see. Like for example, you're not the only one who can see your company. You're not the only one who can see your company on the next level. But you have to be able to give your view, your point of view,
and you share your vision.
To share your vision. And since soon as you share your vision, what we do mostly in Misuka, we say there's something that we do every day. We like every single day. That's a lot. We say to every single partners, the employees, everyone. We say this. It doesn't matter what you're gonna do today. Just make sure you're gonna make something happen. That's how Stoga make something happens. So we have already this kind of mentality,
to make something happen.
To make something happen. So it doesn't matter if you're gonna fail too much, because we actually say to everyone, you have to fail. You have to fail.
And so you accept the culture of failure.
We accept it.
So you don't incriminate people on failure. You as the CEO, you as the manager of the company, you carry the goal. When someone fails, you take the responsibilities.
Exactly. Yes.
So that is a good point. It is not very easy to see such young CEOs. And what are the other strategies you use, or the other principles you set in order for your people to have? Because in order to set this culture, this type of culture, and they must be able to trust you.
Yeah, exactly.
They must be able to trust you. So how did you do to buy that trust?
So the most specific way that I do to buy themselves is before I tell them to do something, I like to do. I like to show them that I'm able to do it, even if it's not my area, even if I'm not doing. For example, if we hire someone from financial, so I'm gonna show this guy that it doesn't matter how the day will end, how the difficulties we're gonna face, the struggle, but me as a CEO, I'm gonna do everything to make sure everything will be working on one particular direction.
That means you do not ask people to do things. You start doing them and you ask them to follow you. If that is what
that's how I get the trust. That's how at the beginning I do this.
Yeah, that is actually powerful leadership then. So tell us, Misuka, when we were discussing offshore, Misuka is a company with 4 divisions, with 4 different divisions.
Yes,
4 different separate divisions, and this division they do not have anything in common. So how did you do that? Let's take for example Misuka Publishing books.
Yes.
So how did you do it? How do you manage that? Because these are 4 different sectors.
Exactly.
How did you do it, or how do you manage that? How do you manage also the non-profitable part of the company? How do you do it? Why do you do such things?
So mostly everything started with the passion,
With passion.
Passion, yeah. You need to follow your heart. So know what you can do the best, or your abilities, or what you love, So example, I can mention like most of the like Misuka, like the story of Misuka and the Misuka books and the older Misuka, they are really different sectors. But one of the points is that I have certain knowledge on every single sector, So that's what helped me not just to manage, but first of all to be able to understand, to understand.
Yeah, you cannot do what you don't understand.
Yeah, exactly. And the most important is not just me, because I'm not gonna say that like exactly. I can't say I manage the Misuga series, I manage the store, but they're the people that are there, they are the partners, and the people that work, they are actually the main people that make things happen,
So you have succeeded in building a culture where everybody can come and feel at home. Because now our working culture is that, as they say, there was a statistics published by the United States where they say 75 to 80% of people, they go to work in the morning being angry. So you succeed in setting a culture where everybody feels at home, where everybody feels successful, where everybody incarnates the vision of a company. How did you do that? Did you use coercion? Did you use force, or you just inspire them, or it's something something I would call it chance? How did you do that? You as a CEO.
Yeah. Mostly what we say, like when we are hiring someone, we don't say like you're gonna work for us and you're gonna receive this kind of salary or something like that. We don't say that. We say we already put the arrangements on the table. Like we're not hiring you just because of your abilities, but we are hiring you for you also to increase your potential, for you also to be part of development, of the company. So it's not just I'm not just as a CEO. I'm not just the only one entrepreneur. I'm not the only, like every single member in Misuga, they are also entrepreneur. They are making things happen. So example, like most of our teams, the managers, for example, we have the sales manager, we have the administration manager. So they are creating ideas. Like it's not coming from me, but it's coming from themselves. Because they are able to develop it, to feel like they can do actually something. So what we do mostly, as I could say, we just create opportunities.
So Lokista, as we call him, this show is the Third World Leadership Show, a show dedicated exclusively for Third World people. Normally, while I do this is to always get something from them. So every person I invite here, I try to get them to this Third World people. So now with the Misuka online platform, and I have many of my Third World people there. They are maybe in Nigeria, in Cameroon, even in Angola, in South Africa, all over the world. That they have great product, but you can have a great product, but to sell your product is another thing. So is your platform the how do you call it, the
Misuka store? Yes.
The Misuka store? Is your platform, are you ready to put your platform available for them so they can get, so maybe the entrepreneur in Nigeria can get market in Angola, or the entrepreneur in Angola can get market in South Africa, the entrepreneur in South Africa can get market in the United States. So just to broaden opportunities for third world people. Because for me, third world people are people that like as me, they don't have nobody to look onto, they just have themselves. So it is essential that we create opportunities for them. So is your platform ready to work with them, to be with them, and to follow them up?
Yes. The good part of Misuka store is that not, we didn't just launch a store, online so that people can buy and sell. No, we create as well as a blog. So
it's a store and a blog.
In the blog.
So can you tell us the difference so we can understand?
Yes. So on the blog, what we create mostly, we don't sell products. So what we do, we promote educational content. So the people from the third world can actually not just be facing an online environment, but they can learn from it. We teach different kind of subjects, is marketing, how to sell your products. We teach how to deal with online buying, buy and sell. So we have a lot of contents.
That's in the Misuka blog.
In the Misuka blog, exactly. We have a really rich, very rich content that can teach someone from 0 to 10 how to start his online business.
So is the context in English, in French, or both, or in Portuguese? Because your national language is Portuguese, so is the context in French, in English? So because I think more than 95% of Africans speak either French or English or both. So it will be of no use if the context is only in Portuguese.
Exactly. Yes. Most of them, they are multi-language actually.
Mostly English.
Multi-language. So
multi-language.
So you can just go in on a website and then you can automatically translate everything.
So you just choose the language and everything is automatically translated.
Now, yes, automatically everything was translated. Exactly, yeah.
So hello to the viewers, you've been hearing, I believe from here you've learned many things from Misuka, and actually there is something special for you. The W Founders Organization and the For Global Organization and the Misuka Organization, we are trying to build this sort of partnership. The Misuka Empire, they have accepted to be one of our investors, to invest in youth third world people that have no hope. Because I personally believe, as the person that incarnates this third world hope, I personally believe that each and every one of you have potential, and the Misuga has accepted not only to provide context for you, to provide a platform for you, but also to finance some of you. It does not matter what country you are. It does not matter who you are. It does not matter the color of what color you are. It does not matter what religion you come from. All we need is just commitment and discipline. So, look, do you have anything for the future? Does the future hold anything for us, or is there anything you would propose for us? Is there any other thing you would like to say about maybe how your organization will accompany our organization?
I would say mostly of things in the Misuga is we don't just focus on investing. We focus as well on safety, on partnership safety, to keep our partners safe of every eventuality. Like right now we are facing coronavirus, so everything is very a little bit sensitive,
yeah.
Even for partners. So the main thing in Misuga is that we like I believe I told you official that we try to maintain, to make sure that the investments, they are growing up, they are making profits.
Even in the midst of coronavirus.
Even
And are you people successful with that?
Quite so far, we've been very successful. Yes. So far, we have I personally as a CEO, I've been taking decisions, high level decisions that I never thought I would be able to make it, but only in order to make sure that the partners are safe.
Safe and satisfied.
And thank God, every single decision that we made since the last 4 months, because we predicted about the coronavirus, and every decision that we made was actually took us into a really good path, So that's why right now we are going in very successful way.
So I am happy to hear that, because if everything is well at the Misuga Empire, everything will surely be well with my third world people. So now, televiewers, we are slightly coming to the end of our show. Before we leave, I would like to present to you. Next week, we will be having the author of Taking Charge of Your Argument Time. He's a Nigerian. His name is Destiny Ogedegbe. Ogedegbe, please, if you listen to this, I'm sorry for the pronunciation if eventually I did it wrong. We'll be having him next week to talk about the book Taking Charge of Your Argument Time. It is something about the mind. Before we close, Rockstar, you have a book, The Thought of Hope.
Yes.
So can you give us a little bit two minute talk what the book's all about?
Yes, exactly. Thought of Hope is a fantasy book. It's mostly about hope. It's about it was a fantasy book, was mostly designed to become a movie. So the book is about apocalypse moment in the world, was apocalypse, and it's more about the love between a father and his daughter, you know. So the book is more it's more based about actually is actually a little bit about the virus. There was a virus who came into a fictitious city, and now there was Sophia Groisman. She's the main character. So she's facing a very hard moment. So and his father is doing everything to try to save her from the virus. So the book is more about hope, and it's based on the fictitious world. Yeah.
One last question before you end. One last personal question. Where did you get the name of your company, Misuka? What is the meaning of Misuka?
Misuga, the meaning of Misuga is mostly in very simple translation, simple language translation, would be leech.
So the animal leech, yeah.
Yeah, leech. That will be. But normally Misuga was normally is I gave this name Misuga to my company because it was very personal. It was mostly the name of someone who helped me a lot, someone that showed up when I most needed. And with Misuga, with this name Misuga, her point of view, what we want to do with is to show to everyone that example what they are facing right now, there is always a solution. And with Misuga, we can brightly do this. Yeah, even with our investment and with our company, we can give a lot of different opportunities to everyone. So that's the main point.
So concerning the partnership, we are still in serious discussion and we will come to you with various updates. And right now we'll come to the end of the show. And I would like, because we live on hope, we hope that tomorrow will be better, we hope that 10 years will be better. I will suggest that if you will send me a copy of your book, so we will make a show on it, because it is important that the people understand hope, important that we give them hope, even in the midst of terrible times, even in the midst of difficult times, that we should have hope. You had hope and your company is being successful even while everybody around you is foreclosing. So I believe there is hope, and it is something we need to talk about. So thank you, televiewers. Looking forward to see you next week. I wish you a very successful week, and I wish you everything good there is, and may God bless you. Shalom. Any word for end?